Okay, in this tutorial, I'm going to show you how to create a post in WordPress. And there's a bunch of different things that you need to do to kind of set up your post. So I'm going to just walk you through some of those. So I'm going to go ahead and add a new post. And here I'm going to put in my title, how to title. And then here I'm going to set my featured image. So I'm going to use a banner image for that. You could use whatever you want, but I just am using a banner. And then I'm just going to grab some text here so that I can use it, just so I don't have to make stuff up. And okay, so I'm going to go here and paste this in. So now that I have this basic stuff, I'm going to go ahead and edit with Elementor. Okay, so you can see how this is. So if you come across this, sorry, I got to move myself. If you come across this and this isn't very wide, you just go to global here. Oh, sorry, I think you have to be in this area. You have to go here and go to global settings. So I went here to the 3 stack, go to global settings here, and then you can change the width. So it defaults to 300, but you can make it 700. You can see how it spreads it so it's under your image nicely. Or you could make it 300, but I just didn't like the way that looked. So I want to have it be 700. Now in here, anytime you want to preview your change, you can just use this eyeball here, and then it'll throw it in a separate page for you, which is nice. So now you can see how you're already starting to flesh out your thing, right? And so so now we're going to go over here, and let's say I want to put in some text over here and an image right here. I'm going to do this layout here, and then I'm going to have probably a subheading, and so I'll add that subheading block in here, and then I just click right out, and then I'm going to grab this this text editor here. So I'm just going to leave that there just like that, and then here I'm going to add an image. So I'm just going to go over here, add an image, and then I can choose my image. I'm going to use this square one. Inserting that. Oh, sorry, that's not a square one. Let me replace that with, I think it's this one. Just to point out as well, so you know when you do a Google search and you want to look for images, you toggle over to the little image thing. You like do a search for your keywords, and then you toggle to that images to see what the images are. That is all this information. That's how the images can be found. And so you don't want to miss out on this opportunity for some keywords in here. So you want to make sure you put information in here that will help people find your image, because then you can see it comes to your blog post right here. So that's another way you can drive people to your blog post. Okay, so I'm going to insert that. Oh, it's doing the same thing. Darn it, I got the wrong image. So let me just let me upload a new image. I'm sorry, I'm in my way. Upload files. Here's my square one that I wanted to do. Oh, it's exceeding the maximum upload size. Okay, so let me select a different square one. I hate to do this. I've got oh, here we go. Let's just pull that one in. Okay, so now I've got this, and I'm going to select it. I'm going to keyword it, and then I'm going to insert it in. Okay, so there is that. So now I've got some introductory text. I've got a little heading text, so I'm going to go eyeball it again. And you can see now that I've got this. So it's kind of starting to flesh out, right? And then now let's say I want to add just one stack. And then here, look at how you can do this intersection. So you can put 2 things of text in here. You can do text, and you can do, you could do a header, you can do an image. So maybe we just want to do text in both of those just to kind of break things up, right? And then here you could do, you could do other things where you have images on both sides of your text, or you have other types of things, maybe several images or something that you want to do. But you can play with these layouts. They kind of make it sort of cool, so that you have that interest, right? Okay, so then I'm just going to add another one, and if I want to, add another subheading, so I'll just do that, and then you just click out into here, or let me see, it's like really, like I'm trying to get like back to my back to my other pieces, so I can add something in here. So I've got this, and let me see if I can, oh, sorry, I didn't mean to do that. Okay, so here we go. Okay, sometimes you got to play with it to get that in there. So now I can add this in here, and if I wanted to, dang it, it's like really hard. Okay, there we go. Then I could even add something like this in here with more text, and another image. And so maybe now I want to do my Pinterest pin that I've been kept throwing in there. And then you can just have lots of text here and stuff. So, okay, so let's preview this and see what it looks like. Okay, see, it's starting to come around. So now you can just, and you can change the size of this and everything. So we'll look at that in just a second. So there's my text. And you've got your headings and everything. So now you're getting pretty well laid out, right? And so now you can just click on this, and then you go to style. Actually, right here, you could change it to an H3 if you want to, an H4. And remember, these headings are set up with your in your main configuration of WordPress. So maybe if you aren't sure how to do that, just let me know and we can create another video. So all of them have this. So you can every block has this content, style, and advanced. So here's where you can do the size. So you could even change it if you want it to be small, medium, or large. So you really have a lot of control. You can do your alignment, so it's centered. And then over here, you can do your typography, and you can use your default, whatever you have in your system configurations of WordPress, or you can just create your own, right here. So, and then you can do the size again in here, so you have complete control. And then the weight, if you want it to be 400, or you want it to be bold, bold. And you can transform it to uppercase or lowercase. Or you could just capitalize it. So you can see how convenient that is, because you don't really have to worry about making sure everything's done. You just set it here. And then the style, normal, italic, or normal, and the decoration, if you want it underlined, you want an overline, you want a line through it, or none, or just the default. And then the line height, so if you want to put more space between, you can do that here. And then the letter spacing, if you want it to be a little bit more wide, you can see you're putting that, similar to how Canva works, right? So, so you really do have a lot of control. You also have control over your text color. So if you want to change your text color, you do it right there. And so you can see all the control that you have with every single bit of your content. That's kind of why I really like these Elementor blocks. Okay, so so then when you're ready, you can just publish it, or you can just click this little arrow and you can save the draft. And then we can go and eyeball our thing again, and you can see it's kind of laid out into something that is, halfway decent. You have to use your creative juices and look at other people's examples of blog posts and see how they're laying out their images in here. But you can see how it's really nicely set up, and just using Elementor, you can do that. Okay, and you saw how I started out with using the other editor, but now you won't be able to do that. Once you go into Elementor, if you edit without Elementor, it will it'll actually, you may lose some of the features that you have in your post. So you want to, once you go to Elementor, you want to. That's why I did. That's why I did this piece first without. I just did my title, and then I did my image and stuff first, and then go to Elementor to start having some extra control. Okay, all right. I hope that helps.